It's crazy. Fnatic's banned Overpass. That's mind-blowing to me because that's going to be my pick if I'm Fnatic right now because it's EnVyUs perma ban. So that's the big surprise, right? The Fnatic Overpass ban.
Exactly. Yeah, you would have thought Fnatic would have picked it instead, banned something else. But there you have it. Like Dust 2, maybe. You know, that's one of those maps they sort of seem like to ban it. This
so now that these have been banned, I suspect the EnVyUs pick has to be Cobblestone or Inferno. I think it's going to be one of those two. Now, when I look at them, oh, there we go.
So I'm guessing that's going to be Fnatic's pick, right?
How do we know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Should be, because the opposing team gets picked side first.
Yeah. So the opposing team gets picked side first. So Fnatic have picked Mirage. EnVyUs come back with Cobble. That's
okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a supremely confident move, I guess. I mean, Fnatic haven't been looking great on Cobble recently. I'd say EnVyUs, best Cobble team in the world, probably.
They're certainly up there. I mean, at the moment, they've had their best form on it, without a doubt. Now, here's what's interesting. Because remember, that's randomly generated.
Yeah.
Now, here's what's good, is when they went into that last map of the Gfinity Champions of Champions, best of 5, in the final, it was cash.
Yeah.
And both teams had a bit of a shaky history on that. In fact, EnVyUs told me, we've never beaten them on cash on LAN. And they did beat them that time. They actually trounced them. NBK was the hero. He had 30+ kills. But you could tell, even they weren't certain it was going to go that way. Now, it's also been a map that Fnatic haven't wanted to play for a long time. So, with these 3 maps, there's a very good chance we can get all 3, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, let's just say it does go to cash. Of course, EnVyUs, yes, last time they played Fnatic on it in a final, they beat them. But Olofmeister on cash is something else. He just always shows up on that map. So this is a quarterfinal you really want to go the distance, because it's gonna show you the best of both of these teams, and it could come down to a real war on a map where neither of them would necessarily pick it if they had a choice. So how are you feeling about this veto, Moses?
I mean, I love these maps that have come out. I thought it very interesting. I mean, Thorn and I talked about on the bus on the way over here how we thought that veto process was going to go, and we knew EnVyUs wasn't going to want to play train, but that overpass kind of throws for a looplet.
Yeah.
It's just, these are going to be all really 3 good contested maps for both teams. I mean, we didn't get any map that we thought was going to be a blowout. You know, there's certain matchups where you can say teams will take it to a 3rd map in a best of 3, but it'll be like a blowout on Team A's map, blowout on Team B's map, and then it all comes down to that 3rd. All 3 of these maps are going to be contested. So I think it's going to be a beautiful quarterfinal series.
My biggest concern, really, disregarding the maps themselves, is just Fnatic and their T-sides, really. It's just how disconnected they've sort of seemed. Their timing's sort of being off. You know, previously, Fnatic was always known for being a team that their individuals can produce something at those critical 30-second marks or so. When nothing's really going on, you'll have JW, Flasher, or Olofmeister create an opportunity for them. But you don't really see that as often nowadays. Instead, they're getting caught off guard, things like that happening. And against Envy, especially, who's a team that's really good at recognizing their opponent's playing style. So that's going to be my thing to watch here, really, is the Fnatic's T-sides.
Yeah, well, we'll bring up our head-to-head matchup on the screen for you at home. Now, it's not a traditional head-to-head in a sense. I don't think these people are similar players, or they'll be going against each other. But Olofmeister is the sort of enigmatic player for Fnatic, the pin-up there. He's the poster boy for success. Was the best player in the world right now. There's a lot of argument about whether Device is overtaking him. Still a phenomenal player. Happy's the man who was really tasked with shutting him down as the in-game leader for EnVyUs. Some thoughts about these 2 players, then?
Yeah, I mean, they are the 2 players that usually when the team wins, these are the best players. Like, traditionally Happy, because his role is kind of to lurk and to bait players a little bit and to always take up favorable positions himself when they're playing well on T side, when they're playing well on CT side, he's going to get his kills, particularly on CT side. We know that that's how he lurks. It works very, very well. Olofmeister, yeah, you can discuss whether he's the best in the world. He's still the best player in this server right now. He's still the premier player when you look at all these stuff. So that's what's crazy. EnVyUs has the talent. No one can match them man for man, 1 to 5. But their best player is still on Fnatic's side. So that's one little wild card that Fnatic will always have.
I've had the 90-second warning, boys. These guys are hot to trot. They're not going to give us any time to talk. So I'm going to start with you, Moses, and work my way around. Quick predictions.
I'm going to go Fnatic 2-1.
Oof.
I think Fnatic, really good team with low buy situations, with force buy situations, and Envy's so good at putting teams in that position, and I think that's going to neutralize part of the threat of EnVyUs, and I'm just going to take Fnatic with it.
Okay, Nadu.
I mean, Fnatic has to really prove it to me. Right now, it doesn't seem like they'll even win a map here. I feel like EnVyUs could take it 2-0.
Okay.
Yeah, the big problem is I thought Overpass was going to be the ban for EnVyUs, so I thought Fnatic would get Train, and then I was wondering on the random map, maybe I would give it to Fnatic. as much as this is a good series for Fnatic, EnVyUs is the team I'm going to pick. So you know what? People think I'm a Fnatic fan. This was actually given to me by Hastro. It's Happy's jersey when he made the Deagle ace against TSM. And you know what?
Smells like victory.
The sickly musk of arrogance, French arrogance. But you know what? Not an ounce of tactical aptitude or toil.
Well, let's
but they're going to win anyway.
Right.
They're going to win 2-1.
Thanks a lot for your thoughts, boys. We've got to get into this game. So we're going to find out, are EnVyUs the new kids on the block? Are they going to dethrone the former number ones? Let's do it, boys. EnVyUs versus Fnatic. Take it away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be ready now, finally, with the quarterfinals. It is Envy and Fnatic playing in a best-of-3 game here at Dreamhack in Cluj-Napoca. Semler, how are you doing?
Oh man, this is it. The rematch from DreamHack Winter 2014, when it was a calamitous result for Fnatic. They ended up leaving the tournament. Now they get to prove themselves again, Anders, in a major, in a quarterfinal versus Envy. This will settle it once and for all. So, on Mirage as well, with Fnatic on the T side. What do you make of their odds?
I don't know. I think it is going to be tough for the Swedish team. Now saying 2-0 for Envy. Now we're going to get right into it. JW just charging into the bomb side, and he gets shot in the back of the head. Apex in that corner. He takes 2. He's out of bullets, and he goes down. Crimson Pronex with the refracts. Pronex going to go down, and it is a 2 versus 3 now. Olaf Meister very low on health for Flusher. He is the master clutcher right now, and he's going to have to go huge. Then 1 versus 3, and there's no chance. He's trapped in the corner, gets shut down by Happy. Maybe Thor needed to hold on that shirt just a bit longer. It's going to be 1-0 in favor of Envy.
Obliteration. And now, well, Kiroshima's just dropped out of the server momentarily. He should be getting back in any second now, guys. So just a short little hiccup here. But that was just a dominant, outright dominant performance from Apex and from Happy. Kiyoshima even getting in on a little bit. But that pistol round right there, that is definitely not how it's supposed to go for Fnatic.
No, I think Apex, he saved them. Happy got the double kill as well, but Apex, otherwise, there would have been a bomb down. It would have been Fnatic all over the place. We've got a point now. We didn't get a chance to talk about it really because they just sort of charged in there, but it's a very unorthodox way to run a pistol round on Mirage. Nobody goes, 5 people out of apps like that. That's a crazy idea. But you could tell that Envy did not have any, or they had one person coming out of slope, but Envy didn't really have a setup for it. I think it was a bit of random luck that Apex happened to find himself in that corner, but he made absolute great use of it.
And nobody, exactly, they were still late checking it as well, so maybe a little bit of nerves being shown here by Fnatic. The fact that they're not checking a very common hold spot like that on the A site, that could actually make things a little scary here for Fnatic. I mean, this too, MBK, MP9 up in apartments, he's gonna be able to trade up, take out one. His teammates are still alive on the B side as well. Kenny in position to stop that bomb from getting onto the bomb site. But Flusha in the meantime is taking out MBK, and Flusha with the double kill, bringing it back. He only has the P250 and he's getting work done.
A very, very expensive round for Envy here, but a grenade lands on Crimson, takes him out. The bomb is dropped right in front here. Flusha, he's certainly, again, if there's anyone you want left alive here, Flusha definitely be one of them on this Fnatic side. But Apex takes him out. He didn't have any head armor either, so that shot from the M4 is lethal 100% of the time. Third round is coming up maybe here, and I don't know, Envy, bit of a sloppy round maybe.
I think they got caught off guard by just how fast Fnatic threw this round out. How fast Fnatic quickly, executed that pistol, then into the second round, not wasting any time at all. Fnatic are clearly trying to set a very quick pace here at the beginning of this to rattle Envy and to just keep the pressure rolling.
And look at this here. Pronex is actually outside right now with the flashbang. They're going to put 4 people out, so very similar style as to the pistol round. See if they can catch anybody off guard, and that flashbang is going to be everything. Apex not turning away. He's not even flashed by it. Still looking up there. And Kiyoshima helping out. No trouble at all here for Envy. Great job.
Yeah, this is just a stone wall. Happy's going to get the spray down, and they go for the identical essentially setup as in the pistol, just hoping to be able to get the bomb down, get the little bit of bonus money, get that AWP for JW, for example. Flush has got 4,900, but that's it. JW, he has to go for an AK. There is no sniper rifle, whereas for Envy now, they have the money. Everything's going smoothly for them. That's probably one of the fastest 3 rounds that we've had to start off and happen in a long time, Anders.
Yeah, Fnatic not really wanting to mess around too much. They still got a lot out of that second round, and the one kill there in the third round also going to help them out just a little bit here. Apex pushing quite aggressively into top middle. He's got to be careful. Olofmeister's up there, flashed, and Olof goes down. Nice aggression here from the French side.
And Fnatic, they don't wait at all. They know that there's going to be 3 players focused on mid, so they go exploding out onto the A site. But this time it's Happy. Double kill for him, or he should. Yes, he just barely gets it. And that's going to shatter the Fnatic offensive. They have the man advantage now, Envy, and they can start whittling them down. These smokes are going to clear pretty soon, and Envy, they don't need to take any risks by trying to push through.
Flusher and Crims are left here, but so is MBK, Kenny, and Apex on the other team. They're going to try and fall back, and the problem is Apex is already sneaking in there, so he's going to catch them if they actually do make it back there. They've got plenty of time, so if they win the battle against Apex, this might be working out. He's going to be walking into T-spawn, and Flusher actually wins the fight, and that's a big kill from Flusher here. Makes it a double. Even if he's just on 7 health here, it's definitely worth it.
And now they're trying to fake it out. So that Kenny is still, Kenny's still here over on short, but he can't get eyes into connector. There's no smoke to block him off either. And I mean, NBK's still alive in CT. He spots out Crim, so they know where one player's coming from. It looks like they want to try and go double into apartments perhaps here. They still have the time to make this play, Fnatic. 30 seconds left on this clock.
But the big thing right now is you can tell Envy don't know where the rest of the Fnatic team is. They last time they saw them was in T-spawn, and no idea if they've gone back or forth. Only a flashbang here on Crims, which is big. Otherwise, they could smoke off NBK and definitely get the bomb down. Right now, there's a chance that the Frenchman can still get the kill. Flicks, but it's just a little bit off there. NBK, I feel like he should have maybe been able to do that quick enough, or at least fall out of position so you could just wait for Kenny to show up. And look at Kenny charging in here with the AWP. No hesitation. Knows he has to spend a lot of time looking for them. He does have a smoke, though, so if he gets one kill, it's a chance for a smoke defuse.
He doesn't know how low Flush is on HP. He would have his pistol out otherwise. Flusher right around the corner. There it is. Attempt for the jump shot, perhaps. And he's going to go for it. Not going to be able to pull it off, though. And Kenny gets jumped on Flusher. And there we go. Fnatic on the board after some very smart play coming out from Fnatic. Just keeping their cool, not trying to force the situation when they had lost control. Instead, waiting for Envy to walk into them.
And that is the sort of round you can only play from Fnatic's point of view if you actually have that much time left. I think they had like a minute left when they took down Apex and T-spawn. If you only have like 30 seconds, then it's much easier for me to figure out what you're going to do.
This is how familiar these teams are with each other. I mean, as soon as they see that push with Apex up top, Fnatic knew exactly what to do to counter that, to take advantage of the CT setup that Envy were running that round. And now, again, Envy, they want to try and keep Fnatic under pressure. They don't want Fnatic to start getting confident after that clutch. They're going to go ahead and try and flash Apex in, and Apex, man, he is really going in there.
Wow, what an angle to be holding here. If he held it another 10 seconds, probably result in a kill. See if someone actually is going to... They don't have a lot of grenades right now on the Envy side, so they might just have to put Apex up there and see if he can win these fights. He's going to win one. A second one, too. That's Flusher and Pronex gone. Great job.
It just seems that every time we see Envy play on Mirage, Apex is the man to shine. In pit, 2 kills for him. Key frags. Hiroshima attempts to blow himself up, so that's not pretty. Good thing that Apex got out of there considering he only has 20 HP. But Fnatic now, it all comes down to a grinding halt. They're down a man. They have to find a pick. And we'll see if Envy decide to go for an aggressive information-seeking play like they did in the last round where Apex got picked off in T-spawn.
Olofmeister, he just passed. I'm not sure if Happy saw it. He's got an inkling that someone might be here. And certainly can hear him now. Olof is going to go down. She's holding Crims and JW being left alive here. And look at the time. This time it's very different. They can't sneak around and try and outplay Fnatic. They've got 25 seconds. If they run into B, it's just going to be about hitting headshots.
Now Envy, all they have to do is put 2 and 2. 2 guys on the B side, 2 guys on the A side. Happy's holding the front line with that AWP, but at least now he has Kenny there to back him up. And over on the A side, Apex and Keo, I mean, this is all going to be a lock, but they hear the steps. 8 seconds left. If somebody dies, exactly. There's just no time left for JW. He's going to back off and hold on to his AWP. This is the only call that he can make as the time ticks down. So he's not going to get any bonus money. That's what happens. That's the risk you run on T side. If you live through the round, you aren't going to get any of the money like the rest of your teammates at the end of it. So he's just sitting on 1,400. But yeah, we're getting the replay now of Apex. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. It just seems like round after round, if he goes to that pit, to T pit like that, he just gets kill after kill there. It's so difficult to get rid of them. 8, 1 and 2 so far for Apex in this.
But also a bit weird that Fnatic couldn't put together more of a sort of a unified hold there, and, you know, try and see if they couldn't both peak at the same time, you know, instead of running in sort of one at a time. But I mean, that is very much Fnatic style of confidence as well. They probably do believe that they can win pretty much every aim fight that they get into with Envy here. And it's not been entirely true so far. Apex going to try it one more time. It's very, very cool smoke. I absolutely love that.
There was Flusher kind of waiting in an angle that Fnatic didn't spot what he was doing last time either, so there was Flusher kind of waiting in an angle that would have caught Apex had he tried to get greedy. But that's just going to be at the end of the story. Fnatic still focusing on mid this time. They have a man already waiting around Delpan. The bomb is there. And there's hoping for Envy. This is just some great patience being displayed here by Envy. And a nice shot by Happy. Quick reactions to pick off Olafmeister as Olafmeister went for a little bit of a risky peek to short.
And they must realize that JW still has this AWP left alive, so I kind of appreciate that Envy are playing somewhat safely here. Happy is going to go and check, and the timing is almost unreal. He's going to be jumping up there, and JW goes down just as he's looking the wrong way. So Happy is still fairly aggressive here, but you can kind of tell the rest of Envy aren't really trying too hard. Apex will go down. That was Flusher with a nice grenade. But Kiyoshima's doing a fine job over at that A-bomb site. So now Pronax picked up an AWP, not a weapon that we really see him use a lot at all.
If ever, right? NBK just a little bit late, and for like half a split second there, I thought that Pronax had actually landed that shot, but okay, Kenny manages to get it.
You were ready for it?
I was ready for it. I thought you looked really close, but now the tough part here is that Envy, they get into that double op scenario.
Right, and so just to point out here, I mean, we're still early in the first half, you know, 5-1, we're in the 7th round, but it's 1 kill for JW Pronax and 0 for Olafmeister.
Yeah.
And so right now it's just Flusher and Crims who are doing any work on the Fnatic side, and we've got to say, I mean, it's also partially just because Envy are actually locking them out of this first half right here, which is a great way to play. I mean, if you can shut down Olafmeister in a game against Fnatic, then you're doing something right.
NBK is in a very good spot to deal with this, though. I'm wondering if Fnatic are thinking, well, if Happy's over here with the AWP, maybe we can rush him down with pistols. If it's just against an op, that's a favorable challenge. But the fact that they have NBK here with the AK, this is a great adjustment made by Envy. He spots the players coming in. He's going to go ahead and mollo the usual spot. He does get traded instantly, though. Great headshot there by JW to shut him down. And the bait on the shot for Happy sets it up for Olafmeister. No James Bond for him. He's on the board.
Kiyoshiima goes down, no head armor on 3 members for Envy, and what a huge mistake to make in a round like this where they had the money. I'm actually speechless. It's Apex now left alone. This was a question of head armor exclusively. MBK died to 1 shot, and so did Kiyoshiima later on. That is almost unforgivable.
Apex as well. He doesn't want to take this fight. He's sitting.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
3 people without head armor.
Fnatic are going to get the double op as well now.
If this turns into being the turning point, then this is the one round we're going to look back to and say, why on earth did they not have the head armor? They all have almost 7,000 on Kiyoshiima here, 5,000 on Kenny, 2.5 on Apex. Everyone could have had it.
Everybody could have afforded it. You're right, absolutely. It's just taking that risk. You're trying to cut corners. And well, now it's a different situation. When you're going up against a round where Fnatic could be ecoing, you're going to get shot in the face. The helmet is going to make the difference for you, but against AKs, AWPs, that helmet is not. So Envy, it's the glass cannon AWP unhappy, but the rest of them just going on Kevlar so they can have a little bit more money to work with and get some nades.
Yeah, the distances on those guns as well. Oh, well, JW winning kill and Apex with the same push, and JW and Olafmeister, they were just not ready for it. So maybe Fnatic making a couple of mistakes here as well, as Apex is going to fall back into the bomb side and pick up Flusher. He's playing very well, Apex, at the moment. Very mobile and just supreme confidence.
Yeah, to me, he's the key player on Envy, actually. You know, a lot of talk about Kenny, but for me, Apex with his entry fragging and just, you know, the damage that he does on CT side, he is the linchpin. If he's hitting shots, yeah, 11, 2, and 3, if he's hitting shots, that's when the rest of Envy seem to just kind of gather behind him and let him lead the charge, carry them to victory. But, you know, speaking of that, Crims, another guy we don't see off too much, that was a fantastic shot onto Kenny. Although Pronax takes a bullet to the face. Luckily for him, it clipped the wall, so he's not dead.
Still here and manages to avoid both the grenades. If they could just force Kiyoshiima back, then Crims, you can tell he's ready to receive him. Not really with open arms, with the sniper rifle instead. And it's not really agreeing that Kiyoshiima was looking for a different shot. And Happy, not sure why he'd want to take that fight. They still need to get the bomb down. So they could have just waited. And that's one of those things where, you know, Happy's aggression like that, it can really backfire. 5-2 and moving on towards the B bomb site here. See if they can get it. 20 seconds left, and MBK's holding in there. He's got the M4A1 as well in a very good position, but Pronax picks him off with 17 health, and that turns it from a 2v4 into a 1 versus 2. Apex has to step it up massively here with a quad kill and a huge clutch.
And he's only got half HP as well. And NBK, I'm really surprised that he would make noise. This is some pressure, this is some tension being shown by Envy, that he would step like that, obviously, on the B site when he doesn't know where the second man is. It's an uncharacteristic mistake made by a very consistent player. And this is just Crims' round through and through. A quad kill with the AWP. I mean, that is huge. Fnatic desperately needed a round like that to give them some confidence. And now, wow, their money also is just starting to get out of control.
Right, so from Envy's point of view, they see Pronax and they almost kill him. That was Kyoshima in Connector. Right after that, they realize that Crims is in window, so that probably gives them indication, all right, it's one in window, one in Connector. It's probably going to be some sort of a hit. But this move from Happy is ultimate. That's what actually surrenders the round for them. And, you know, NBK making noise is also a really bad thing, but there's no reason for it. Nice spray control from Flusher. And Apex is going to be gone, and Envy are back to ecoing here. These are some very serious mistakes from Envy, and they shouldn't be happening.
No, they honestly shouldn't. And so right now, you know, there's always that bravado, that false confidence that you're going into it. You're never going to think that, you know, oh, we're just going to lose this match. But right now, Envy, I think the cracks are showing. And these teams, as far as the both of them are concerned in the top four, they're pretty much neck and neck right now as far as the skill is concerned, as far as the level coming into this tournament. Although Envy in the groups did look dominant, Fnatic had to fight a little more there. I mean, obviously they came from the lower bracket match, but
we've also seen on Fnatic side so far that they've been very bad at controlling top mid. Twice Apex has been allowed to run up and essentially win the round almost by just walking up there. So both teams maybe a little bit cold early in the day, and seeing if they can sort of, you know, get themselves ready and mentally into the game here. Certainly, I mean, at this level, any small mistake will cost you a round. And they can't afford to do that here. 5-3 is the scoreline. About 30 seconds left. They've already got the opening frag, and now they're sort of recommitting to this bomb site. A little bit scared of the Deagles, because the Frenchmen are damn good at using them.
NBK, but he's not on this side. He's going to be rotating over. He might actually get caught, but there's always going to be somebody lurking around Murder Hole. Kenny gets, removed from Shadow. Flusher is going to take point for this fight in CT. Smoke goes down, though, and NBK just goes running right through it. They do work together, but Kyoshima misses the point-blank shots on Flusher. Actually, all of them.
Did Happy just hit 2 Deagle headshots consecutively? Or was it not a Deagle?
I'm wondering if we're going to get that, if we have the replay or not.
Yeah, that seemed to happen very quick. So again, I mean, I guess Deagling and Happy have become sort of synonymous after that ridiculous ace that he got over in London. Yeah, look at this. 1, 2, and they're gone. 5-4, moving into the 10th round. Now this game seems to be evening out just a little bit here. Kenny doesn't have the AWP, JW does, and there's a real chance that Fnatic can catch up a lot. Envy's economy is really tested right now, and if they lose a round here, then it's going to cost them a lot, and there's a chance that Fnatic can have the first half they're actually looking for. Yeah,
and Fnatic this time, they went for the short smoke, and they were looking for Apex in case Envy were going to try and go for the same trick. This time, Fnatic would have been prepared to shut him down, and it would have made the round that much easier, but Envy are choosing to change up the pace, instead holding very passively on the sides. It's only Kyoshima who's a little exposed. He's got the angle, but Olofmeister this time is there to open things up. Excellent headshot there onto Kyoshima, and now the defense is severely weakened. Apex is going to have to do big work here. He starts off strong. Another double kill for Apex. This guy just can't be stopped. He goes in for Olof. They finally get rid of him, but that bought enough time for Kenny to rotate in. Apex is insane.
Yeah, this is just an individual performance for the books here. JW faking the bomb once. He really wants to make it a 1v2, preferably a 1v1, and he's got a little bit of time to try and fight them here, so I don't blame him for trying to do this. And Envy, this time they're playing it smart. They're really waiting. Now he's going to commit to an NBK takes him down. They heard that first initial click of the bomb, and nobody peeks. They all just stand still. And you can tell JW was hoping that wasn't going to be the case. If they'd gone for it, it's a chance for him to even up the score, and this is just beautiful work.
This is hero work, yeah. And he gets the third one as well on Olofmeister, so his teammates are free to rotate in. No fear from them. They just go charging onto that site to support him. I mean, Apex, that is such an incredibly important play for Envy. That puts him up on 14 frags now. I mean, he is just running away with this. Again with the short smoke from Fnatic, they want to keep, this time they want to keep Kenny guessing. Because they've spread on, they're playing much more passively, much more of the default approach here from Fnatic, wanting to see if Envy are going to get aggressive elsewhere on the map. But I'm really appreciating the change of pace here from Envy.